Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So we're doing another pick a card reading, and in this pick a card we'll be looking at messages from your higher self and messages from your future self. Now I know you're thinking, which one is it? Is it messages from the higher or the future? So when I channeled from my guides that they wanted me to do this, I asked the very same question and they said no. Both the higher self and future self will be coming through in your respective readings to deliver you messages on the particular phase of your life that you're in. So what we'll be going through is, number one, what phase that you're in. Number two, why are you in the phase? And number three, from your future self, what will be coming up in the next few months, more or less before the end of this year, or whenever you're seeing it. It's going to be a timeless reading. So so it's good for the next 6 months to a year, I would say. So that's what, and if when possible, timings would also be provided, like specific timings. Is it happening in 2 months? Is it happening, so all of that would be provided. Okay, so in terms of the pile selections, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. So take a moment, reflect, go with your first instincts. You could also choose more than one pile if you so wish. And just remember, if you don't get any messages from the respective or your chosen pile, it could be that the messages are not ready for you to be received right now, or there just isn't a message in the reading for you. So you could also choose another reading on the channel. Okay? So I'll see you in your pile. Timestamps down below. Bye for now. Alright, so pile number 1. This is your reading, messages from your higher self and future self. As I said in the introduction, when I got the inspiration to do this reading from my guides, I asked them, which one are we going for? Is it the higher self or is it the future self? And they said both. So I said, all right, let's go with it. Okay, so it is what it is. So the initial message that I'm getting, pile number 1, is that a lot of you may be feeling stagnant and you may be feeling disillusioned with where you are in life and the aspects and the facets that make up your life. So this could be your relationship, this could be your job. It's just a feeling that you're just willing to throw in the towel and just separate yourself from it all. Okay, or it could be it's not any one thing, you're just not happy. All right, so part of the reason, they're also saying me to mention at this point, so if that resonates with you, there's something in this pile number 1 for you. If it doesn't resonate, they're saying leave this pile alone, find another pile. Okay, they really wanted me to impress that here. Now to continue, part of the reason for this is that a lot of you guys, pile number 1, are going through a spiritual elevation, or are in the process of what they're showing me is that you guys, pile number 1, are in different phases and stages of your journey. So some of you are in the spiritual elevation at the moment, others of you are in the beginnings, about to go into it, some of you are coming out towards the end of it. And they're saying it's spiritual elevation. Those of you who are coming through to the end of your spiritual elevation, there'll be an activation also attached to it. And part of this spiritual elevation is that you're better able to see your reality and people in your reality and the situations you encounter for what they truly are, warts and all, the good side and the bad. So what some of you, pile number 1, may be experiencing are people who you liked or people who didn't bother you. All of a sudden you're realizing something about them that you hadn't seen before. That you don't like. You may be seeing an aspect of their shadow self previously hidden, right? So we've explained this feeling like, but this is the thing. It's almost as if you're feeling like you're seeing people's true colors now, or you may be perceiving people as being fake, or people pretending to be what they really are, or the reality doesn't make sense to me, everything is fake, this doesn't make any sense, why does any of what we do matter? Feeling pissed off. I'm even feeling the energy of being pissed off right now. I'm tuning into your energies, being confused, being angry, being disillusioned. What they're saying is that This is part and parcel. They're giving me the phrase karmic completions, and this is what karmic completions are all about. You know, they're not happy endings wrapped up in a bow. And what they're saying is that it's important to have patience with those around you, those in your vicinity. Don't judge. Don't cast judgments of them. Just have patience. Just let the observations wash past you. Of course, don't put yourself in a position where you are in danger or anything like that. Of course not. Don't keep yourself in a situation that you shouldn't be in. Okay? Okay. So why is this happening? We have destiny number 10, which reduces to 1. We have, let me move this to one side. Destiny, foundations and achievements, heart chakra. I'm really feeling a lot with this, this heart chakra is coming through really strong, because with this pile, I am feeling a lot. Firm foundations. I'll take these for now. Actually. No, let's do some more. Yeah. I want some moonology. Okay. I feel that what's front and center here is this destiny card that reduces to a 1. End of a cycle, beginning of another. Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel that you guys are in transition. As I'm noticing this rainbow, you're in transition from one phase to another in your life. That's what I'm keenly picking up on here. It's almost as if, with all the trials that you've experienced, the paths that you've gone down and reversed back from, they're saying that all these experiences have not been in vain. And through all these trials, tribulations, experiences, you've gained wisdom, you've gained compassion, you've gained understanding, particularly about yourself, and particularly about who you are, and particularly about what it is that you want. And that is amazing. There are a lot of people walking around who have gone through these experiences and who get caught in a loop, and the karmic loop of those experiences, and are not able to find their way out. But you guys have. And because you guys have found your way out, you guys have learned the lessons, you guys have been able to heal those karmic loops or those karmic cycles. They're saying that where you guys are transitioning to is your path and your destiny, with this destiny card here. When you guys are on your destiny, and they're saying that this is a situation that's going to come through, it's going to be undeniable that you guys are going to be placed in your destiny. We're going to look for timelines in a bit for this. Your future self is saying that they're going to give timelines, but when this destiny, it's going to be undeniable, this opportunity that's going to come in. Is either opportunity that comes in or something that shifts in your energy, or it could be a download, a realization that you have that's going to place you on this path. What they're telling me is important to say is that on this path, there are no mistakes that could be made. And if you wish to receive it, I'm going to set a prayer and an intention that whatever is for your highest good, whatever is not for your highest good, mind you, would be deflected from your path, right? Whatever is not for your highest good. May you only attract and pull in people, situations, energies that are for your highest good. So be it, so it is. I'm seeing here with upward, with mountain. It's as if they're telling me, it's not that you guys are facing a mountain. There's no uphill battle to face. What they're saying is instead you have conquered the mountain. And you're stronger and wiser for it. It's like having the strength of a mountain. They're giving me like the protagonist with their 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. You have all you need to know. All you need to know is within you. To then come back into reality, to ingratiate yourself into reality, and pursue what it is for you, and pursue what it is that you want. So they're saying here, another thing that's being pointed out in terms of your advice from your higher self is really pay attention and have faith in your dreams. Sorry, I was just channeling. They're saying pay attention to your dreams as well, but it's having faith in your dreams. But what is coming through here is not just, it's your wildest, not the safe dreams is what they're saying, it's the wildest ones. It's the wildest dreams to have faith in and know that you can achieve it. Because that wildest dream that you're too old to achieve, or you don't have enough money to do, or you don't have enough skills to do, that dream that really excites you and gives you butterflies and makes your butterflies in your stomach and gives you goosebumps by just thinking of it, that dream is your destiny, not the safe one. It's as if some of you guys have more than one dream and more than one aspiration, and they're being very specific. It's the wild one, it's not the safe one. They're drawing me to the wild flowers here. It's not the safe dream, right? It's the wild one. You were a wild one. Anyway. Karmic completion. Now, another thing that's coming through here is for the true colors. Forgive me if I'm repeating this, but I'm just being called to say this again. With the true colors and with the fake. I'm saying the true colors, the fake, with the communication, with the synchronicity. Hang on, let me just put these here. With the nature, can you guys see that? And the surrender, okay. They're saying that with the true colors, the reason why you guys are seeing people for who they truly are is because your perceptions are getting stronger. You know, your realizations are getting deeper. Your ability to witness and pay attention to synchronicities and the message behind those synchronicities is more distinct. They're saying don't fight it, don't judge it. If you guys start judging, this one's bad, I'm better, that one's good, that one's this. Once you start judging, that's going to be the karma generating and you start in the loop. Just surrender to what the situation is. It is what it is. You know, without judgment, you know, and really develop this compassion. Things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. There are messages within it. Just surrender to it and surrender to the message. Everything on this path from now on forward is the universe communicating with you. It's the universe guiding you. It's like a universe guidance system. It's a traffic light system. It's the street sign. Turn left, turn right. Go a bit this way, go a bit that way. I'll give you an example. They're telling me to give an example of what we mean here. So I applied for some time off work and it was declined. And I just thought, oh, this is so petty. Now, I could get caught up and I could get angry about it being declined and whatever. However, I'm just like, you know what, let me just surrender. No hard feelings. It's just a holiday. It is what it is. The deeper meaning behind this is what this situation is trying to communicate to me is that I don't like anyone restricting my movement. I don't like anyone telling me when I can and can't do something. So clearly the situation is not right for me. Clearly the 9-to-5 environment is not right for me. It is time for me to move on. That is what the situation is communicating. But if I got caught up in my ego and if I got caught up in the anger of being rejected, of my holiday request being rejected, then I missed the message. Okay, so they're asking me to give you that example. They're also telling me that when you go out in nature and you just walk aimlessly and you clear your head, in those situations as well, also surrender and just surrender it all and just let thoughts freely come in and leave. Those are also messages. Those are also realizations as well. What I'm also being picked up with this communications card once again is speak to source, speak to God, speak to your spirit guide team, whatever your preference is and whatever they ought to be called, it's up to you. But use your prayers, meditations, intention setting, speak gratitude, give thanks, and always listen to your gut. That's another message that's coming through here. What time am I on? 13. Okay. So, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for that. Any further messages regarding this? Any further messages regarding this? This is coming in quick and fast. I'm giving you guys a message on timing here. Because I said I will give a message on timing. This is your future self coming through. This is coming in thick and fast for you guys. Literally within the next 2 months. So April, May are going to be important months for you guys coming up. The lunar eclipse and solar eclipse season is going to be, the lunar and solar eclipse are going to be important times for you. So this is coming through thick and fast. So get ready, get focused. This is a time to really focus on your meditation, breath work, being grounded, prayer, being in gratitude, being in thanks. Boom. Guys, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Look at the naked baby. Some of you may be finding out that you're pregnant, pile number 1, but for a lot of you, it's a matter that you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to really listen in and tune into your inner child, tuning into yourself in terms of what you're all about and your purpose, and daring to dream and daring to put yourself in the energy vibration of that dream of yours being possible. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. Whatever this situation is, yeah, all your wants are coming through. This is money that's coming through for you, as it's a money opportunity that's coming through. And off the back of that money opportunity, it's as if they're sort of like, I'm seeing octopus tentacles. It really places you in a different, it's like a gear change in your life. All of this is a gear change. And so within the next 2 months, it's definitely a gear change. Being offered an opportunity that has money attached to it, that has a lifestyle change attached to it as well. And off the back of that, a lot of other small sub-wishes are going to be granted also. One more. I can't take all of these. But it's the end of a cycle for sure. This is what I'm saying. A karmic cycle is closing. It's the end of a cycle going into another. I don't think these are valid for you. Yeah. So this situation of needing to always look over your shoulder, of being defensive, of always being on the outside, looking in and wishing and aspiring and suffering, and knowing that this is what you ought to be. The King of Pentacles is where you ought to be, but you're not there. It's saying that that cycle is coming to an end now. Okay. Pile number 1, I am going to leave it there. I'll just like to thank your higher selves, your future selves, pile number 1, for delivering the messages for this reading. Guys, let me know what you think in the description, in the comments below. And I may see you guys in another pile, or I may see you in future readings. Bye for now. All right, so pile number 2. We're looking into messages from your higher self and your future self. As I said in the introduction, when I got the idea from my guides to do this reading, I asked them, which is it? Is it messages from the higher self? Is it messages from the future self? And they said both. I was just like, okay, well, let's go. So, Just wanted to explain that in case some of you all were wondering. Okay, pile number 2, let's get into it. So what is the current phase that you guys are in? I hope you guys can see that. We have karmic ties, off and on, hot and cold, detached, ghosted. Okay, this is a relationship, situationship, and police station. Let me put them like this. Okay, so pile number 2. This I'm picking up is a pile for those who are in tumultuous situations, high energy, high emotional situations, emotional roller coaster. This is the karmic situation or karmic relationship between yourself and another person, or in an arrangement, for instance, a living arrangement they're giving me that you're in. Some of you may be married. It could be the marital home, for instance. It could be a situation at work with your boss or people around you who blow hot and cold sometimes, and they never leave, and you never, I'm getting a very strong sensation. I could feel it in my stomach and my solar plexus of always walking around on eggshells. You always have to be on ready, like be on guard. I just feel pile number 2 that a lot of you in this pile, you feel like you could just never relax, you know? So if this resonates with you, then this is your pile. If not, that's okay. You could choose another one. Another pile, that is, or another reading. So I'm seeing particularly, okay, so 2 messages I'm seeing as well with the hot and cold. It's someone not being able to give you what you need. And what's specifically coming through is that they never will give you what you need, regardless of what they say. Sometimes it's good, and when it's good, it's very, very good, and you stay for the good times. And you're thinking, no, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. Look how good it is. But they are showing me clear as day, pile number 2. If there's anything you take away from it, take this. That those really, really good situations moving forward, they're going to get very few, very far between, to the point where those very, very good situations are going to stop altogether. I promise you that. And this is a good segues into police station, believe it or not. Someone or the situation you're in, and there are many of you in pile number 2, so take it as it resonates. With this situationship, this karmic situationship, if they're saying if you don't check it, and if you don't deal with it and handle it and nip it in the bud, if you continue to close your eyes or turn a blind eye to this and not do something about it, this person or situationship is going to involve the law. It may involve legalities, or their influence may put you in a situation or a position where you may be breaking some moral code or some moral value within you. So they're bringing me through that there is a misalignment here between your values or ethics. They are putting you out of your energetic alignment. Now, the problem with that is when you are out of your energetic alignment, situations are going to be coming into you from the universe to bring your attention to the fact that you're out of alignment. And that is so that you could do something about it. These situations that are coming in are going, more often than not, they're quite painful. Okay, because that's what the universe does. It wants to bring your attention to it so that you could resolve it. So this could be someone putting you in a position where you have a brush with the law, or they have a brush with the law, or you witness someone having a brush with the law if you continue with this situation. It could also be that the person has taken advantage of you, so you need to escalate this in order to put a stop to it. So take it as it resonates. There are many of you, pile number 2, from all walks of life, so I could only give a couple of examples. My guides are telling me, pile number 2, to also use your intuition to interpret the meanings of the cards and adapt it to your own situations, all right? You don't need to solely depend on what it is I'm saying. So let's go into why this situation is happening. Okay, why is this situation happening? Okay, we have patience, fulfillment and wishes, obstacles and challenges. Okay. Standing your ground. All right. We have 2 5s here. Okay. So these situations, these obstacles and challenges, what is coming through here is that they were particularly put in your path. They were predestined and predetermined before you started this life. So they are in your akashic records to show or to teach you how to stand up for yourself, how to believe in yourself, how to trust that you deserve better, to listen to yourself, to listen to your own intuition instead of seeking outside validation. For some of you, pile number 2, and this is a very small subsection of you, this situation may be someone coming in from your past, coming back in to you. I need some, let's just take all of these. I think I need all. Sorry, guys. It's funny, I thought I had enough cards, and then I'm just like, the message is incomplete. Okay, let me, intuition. There we go. I thought so. That's why it's incomplete. That's why. Okay, fine. Oh gosh, okay. So there's a lot here. This is where, it's that when it comes to seeking outside validation, because that is the point they were making, many times you're in a karmic situation and you attach yourself to someone who's hot and cold, to someone who plays games, to someone who puts you out of your energetic alignment with police station. Many times when we find ourselves there, it's because there's an aspect of us that we've shut down. And for you guys, pile number 2, what's coming up, the aspect of yourself, is your intuition. It's your compassion and your love for yourself. So this is compassion for yourself. The good sides of you, the good parts, the not so good parts. Having compassion and having understanding. Self-love. Not living through someone else's expectations of what you should and shouldn't be like. And for some of you with karmic cycle, or karmic completion, sorry, and interestingly enough, this reduces to a 1. Pile number 1 also got karmic completion. And this is it. This is something I'd started picking up. I feel for some of you guys, pile number 2, and this, okay, fine, I remember now. A small subsection of you, pile number 2. I felt that this karmic tie is a karmic situation coming back in. And it's coming back in as a test. So be very careful. Yeah, here we go. Your commitment is being tested. Like for some of you, this is a person coming back into your life, or you are coming into a karmic situation that is testing your ability to trust your intuition and to love yourself. The thing is, there is safety in a karmic situation. And there's safety of being triggered. It's what you're used to. And for many of you, they're showing me that you're not sure of anything else. You don't know any different. For many of you, it's how you've grown, it's the environment in which you've been raised. Whether it's your father, whether it's your mother, whether it's a general environment, whether it's your school environment or early adulthood, it's what you're used to. So you can't picture anything different. You wouldn't dare to dream anything different. So you stay in this. And the negative self, when you try to change, when you try to move out, when you try to stand your ground, what they're also showing me is that many times you get mixed results in here because they're bringing through the patience here as well. So many times when you do try to stand your ground and stand up to this situation, you would do it with mixed results. And sometimes when you try, you may not be successful, so you get the negative self-talk such as, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have enough money, I'm not smart enough. Many times when they're showing me that when some of you guys have tried to stand your ground in this situation, that you're being gaslit. Or in many times the situation has depressed you to the point where you don't see your immense power or value anymore. And this is coming into a message from your higher self actually. Higher self is saying that a lot of you don't see your value, you don't see your shine anymore, you don't trust yourself. But what they're saying is that the karmic, this person, this situation can see your value and see your worth. These people are seeing what you can't see, pile number 2, and they're sucking you dry for all your worth is another message that's coming through. Another message from your higher self, pile number 2, is that a lot of you are star seeds, you're light workers, you're energy healers. It's also coming through that you're very spiritually powerful because you have the spirituality, you have the intuition. You're 22, 22, 7, 7. We have 3 7s on the board here. We have 3 9s on the board here. So we have a lot of, are those master numbers? But we have a lot of synchronicities coming through here. A lot of you are very powerful, but you've shut down yourself or you've foregone your intuition for the sake of the energy vampire. Many of you would know this. You would know this to be true. Your spirit guides are saying, don't beat yourself up for this. It's like these negative experiences, and they're bringing me back to this again. In fact, there are 2 plants that I'm seeing, plants and flowers and leaves and growth. It's as if I'm seeing the water and the soil and bloom. It's as if these negative experiences are providing like the fertile soil for the planting and growth of your spiritual power and your spiritual dominance, your spiritual superpower. The superpower of your essence. Some of you, I'm being told, are aware of your spiritual gifts. But mind you, your spiritual gifts are going to take time to grow and they're going to take time to develop is what I'm being told. So there's a lot of impatience with it. So many of you would try something that involves your spirituality or involves your intuition. And at the first obstacle, it may not come through, or you may stumble at the first obstacle when using your intuition or tuning into it. And then you say to yourself, oh my gosh, but I tried this, it didn't work, oh, it didn't work, I can't do it, I'm not worthy. And then that pushes you right back to the karmic because it's safe and because it's comfortable. But what your higher self is advising you is to stay the course and allow yourself to make mistakes. They're saying it's okay. Mistakes are where you learn. You're being supported, they're saying you're being protected to turn away from this situation or turn away from the person who may be filling you up with fear. They're saying just put one foot in front of the other, take it one step at a time. This is where particularly the patience is important. Also, I would say if some of you want a more personalized message, because this is a general reading, feel free to reach out and book a session with me for personalized messages. Okay. So let's see what your higher self has in store for you guys. So this would be messages from, not your higher self, sorry, we had messages from your higher self. This is going to be messages from your future self. So what could expect and timings as well. Some of you, pile number 2, are completing this cycle. You're moving on from this karmic tie. You know it's time to go, you're moving on, or you have recently moved on. And by recently moved on, I'm talking about like a few months now, like 3-4 months. You've recently moved out of this karmic energy. Okay. Spirit guides, guardian angels, messages from the future self, collective messages from the future self of pile number 2. A lot of you guys, oh, this is proper major arcana energy. A lot of you guys are being all right, pile number 2. This may be viewed as a heavy reading, but I view it as a positive one. What they're telling me, first of all, with your future self, pile number 2. Pile number 2, take this as it resonates. Some of you, be careful of putting yourself in hedonistic situations. So situations where you're dependent on substances. So this could be food, it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be any of those situations. Put into situations to numb. You guys are either trying to numb a pain or subdue a pain, or it's it could be substance dependence to just get through. It could be prescription medication. Be careful of that. For some of you, this situation, for some of you, pile number 2, your future self is saying that someone is either going to walk out on you or someone is eventually going to be leaving you anyway in this karmic tie. Somebody is breaking up with someone and is going to be leaving someone devastated. Pile number 2. We have 3. We have the synchronicity of 2 3s here. Also, with the moon energy, we have the moon energy and strength. A lot of you may be tuning into your intuition, and this is going back to a message that I was picking up before on intuition. Remember, I said to you, your higher self provided you guys the message of your intuition. Sometimes you use your intuition, but at the first obstacle, if you don't get the message correctly, or if you've made a mistake, or something like that, you beat yourself up. What their spirit guides are saying here is that they are particularly on purpose. They are making the path ahead of you unpredictable. They're using the term cloudy. They are clouding the path ahead of you so that you can't use reason and logic anymore. You have to rely on your gut feeling and your intuition. They want to strengthen that muscle. They want to strengthen the connection between you and them. So the future self is talking about strengthening the connection with your higher self and with your spirit guide team. A lot of you have very strong, powerful spirit guides. Your future self is also saying to put yourself out there and take risks. Become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable, your future self is saying, is your superpower. It's what's going to release you. It's what's going to set you free. But pile number 2, I have to come back to this again. There is something that the universe is bringing. I don't see you guys staying. Whatever this situation is, some of you, pile number 2, have moved on. You've moved on from this situation already. And you're in the process of liberating, of finding yourself, of healing those wounds, because I'm seeing a lot of scars. So some of you, pile number 2, are in the process of healing. Others of you, though, this is coming. There is some, with the 3 of Swords and the Tower and the Devil, that is not good energy. Something is coming for you guys, pile number 2. And it's going to be swift, it's going to be sudden, you're not going to see it, but it's going to be undeniable. You're going to see someone, it's going to release all doubts as to who this karmic person or situation is. And it's going to force you to move on. So whether for some of you in a toxic work environment, this may be a redundancy that comes out of the blue and they mess up your redundancy pay. Whether for some of you it's a living arrangement or a situation and something happens and it becomes untenable, whether it's a relationship and someone betrays you to the point where you can't reasonably still stay in this situation, you have to move on. Take it as it resonates, pile number 2, but your future self is saying something is coming. And it's the universe that's bringing it to prompt you to get yourself out of this situation. So this karmic completion is coming, whether you want it or not. Okay? So pile number 2, that is it from me. This was very heavy, but I hope it gave you guidance. I'd like to thank your spirit guide. I'd like to thank the spirit guides, higher self, future self, for providing these messages. I'll see you in another pile, or I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Alright, so last but not least, pile number 3. These are messages from your higher self and your future self. So if you missed the introduction, I had asked when I channeled that I was meant to do this reading. I asked, which one is it? Is the message going to be from the higher self or is it going to be from the future self? And they told me it was going to be from both. So I was just like, okay, well, let's go. So it wasn't a typo. You're receiving messages from both entities, your higher self and your future self. Okay. So let's get started and let's see what these messages are. I'll also be shuffling on camera later on. Okay, so we have backstab to start off with. Pain, cheating, deception, mind games, love bomb. Ah, lovely. We also have sweet talk. And my camera light flickered on sweet talk there. I'm getting a very strong message from sweet talk. We also have moving on, letting go, loving you, being free. And oh, interesting, we have spell. And my camera light flickered again. Spell, love. Okay. So pile number 3. I'm picking up, be careful what you are manifesting or what your manifestations are. Put it another way, I'm picking up that there's a disconnect between what is coming through via a manifestation and what it is that you actually want. They're giving me wolf in sheep's clothing. So a situation or something that you're manifesting, and they're specifically saying manifesting, and I'll come to that in a moment. I'll come to the reason why in a moment. However, it may look like on the surface, okay, what they're saying is what you guys are manifesting right now, if you're manifesting something, it is going to come through. Okay, first of all. They're saying on the surface, though, it may look exactly like it is what you want, but underneath, it's really not. So they're giving me the example of a job that you guys may be going for. Let's say you're asking for a new job, right? During the interview, everyone seems really nice. They seems really sweet. It seems like a fantastic place to work. You really, really want to work there. You get the job. Great. That's your manifestation coming through. But when you start the job, there's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of undermining. There's a lot of deception and mind games. Now, I'm using a job, but apply it, pile number 3, to situations as they resonate. And talking about resonating, if that sounds like something, if this sounds as if it resonates for you, pile number 3, then there's a message here in this for you. If you're going through this situation, if it doesn't resonate, then that's fine. Choose another pile, or this reading may not be for you. Before you go though, pile number 3, if this doesn't resonate, my spirit guides are asking me to clarify the term manifesting. So the term manifesting in the context of this reading could be, for instance, if you have a mood board, if you're doing new moon and full moon rituals, if you're doing candle work, if you're praying for something in particular, then this reading is for you. So they asked me to clarify what they meant by manifesting. So it's that you are something that you've wanted, something that you've been praying for, something that you've been yearning for. It's coming through, but it's going to turn out that this thing is not going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be what you want, but it's not going to turn up the way you expected to turn up. Okay, that's what they're saying. So why is this happening? Let's look into the why. this is happening. Okay, so we have transformation, firm foundations, positive movement forward, waiting game, sacrifice. It is no sacrifice. Okay. All right. You know what song is coming through? When I was shuffling, this song came through and it's coming through again. It's a song called Love Fool. I believe Love Fool was in the Romeo Must Die with Leonardo DiCaprio. That Love Fool keeps on coming through again and again and again. And as I'm watching Sweet Talk, so for some of you, this could be a romantic situation and you trying to manifest a romantic situationship, and you may have that person in your vicinity now, but that romantic situation of this new person who has come into you, they're not who they appear to be. Okay, it's a lot of sweet talk and nothing, like that's what they're telling me, because that song Love Fool keeps on coming up. Okay, so why is this happening? So as we said, there's a disconnect between what you're manifesting and what you manifested and what has materialized, and you guys are at various phases of it. So if that thing you guys are praying for, pile number 3, hasn't come through yet, it is coming, and view this as a warning. Okay, so you've been pre-warned. In fact, warning is too harsh, but what I'm picking up here, it's that the universe is very clever. This is how the universe has your back, pile number 3. What the universe has done is that they've granted you what you wish. They've listened to your spell, they've listened to your manifestations, they've listened to your prayers, and the universe is granting you what you want. But in realizing something that you've wanted so much, and realizing it's not for you, it's as if the pain of that, the challenge of that, spurs on with the sacrifice card. It spurs on a transformation in you. So in a way, what you wish, the fact that it turns out to be not what you want, presents a lesson of realization, and it brings about a deep transformation. Now, here we have, and this is really important, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps from this. We have the card number 12, which is in the Major Arcana Tarot is the Hangman. And this is followed by the number 13 card, which is the Death card in Major Arcana Tarot. The fact that pile number 3, you have a sequence of 12 and 13 coming through, just shows how potent and how powerful this transformation for you guys is going to be. This situation is meant to be deeply transformational. This situation is not going to be for you. You're going to see it for what it is. You're going to have a realization about that. That realization is going to bring in a deep transformation. And you guys are not going to be staying long in this energy. Whatever the situation is, with the sweet talk and the backstab that you guys have manifested, you're moving on. You're letting go. You know, look at the water. It's just like you're gliding away from it. There's not going to be any big set of confusion or whatever about it. You're just going to realize, you know what, this is for me. And there's going to be a deep-seated lesson learned from it. And you're going to move on. Okay, so let's get some more cards and let's continue this. Now, this is the message from your higher self. What you guys want or manifest after this deep realization and transformation, what you guys want or manifest may or may not change. You know, they're not giving me whether it is going to change or not, but hang on, let's get some more cards first. Oh, okay, hang on, we have hold your vision. So it's as if they're saying, with hold your vision, like you have to fine-tune the manifestation. The intention of the manifestation is going to change. You're going to fine-tune the purpose of it. You're going to fine-tune what it looks like. So for instance, if we use the job situation again, it could be that you want another job that you just put in more requirements into the type of job you're looking for. For instance, if the first job they said to you, yeah, you could work from home, no problems. Then you start the job and all of a sudden they want you in the office and it's not for you. Then you know, no, that's not a good example. In fact, let me just talk through these cards further and perhaps a better example is going to come through. Okay. Yeah. So what they're saying, this is what we know this already. Nothing will come of this situation. We know that. We know that. Because with the sacrifice, the realization, and the deep transformation, we have sailing into the distance, moving forward, we have being free. So we know that you guys are not going to stick around in this situation for a long time at all. What this situation is going to provide, however, is more data for you to fine-tune your manifestation or your vision. Another message that's coming through, pile number 3, they're giving me the example of a job. If you guys applied for a job, you realize it's not for you, fine-tune the vision regarding the job. Or if you're in a relationship, you realize there was a lot of sweet talking, but there's a lot of love bombing, deception, mind games. You're going to have that realization, transform what needs to be healed within yourself. But it doesn't mean that you don't manifest your partner. You still go ahead and do it. But you're going to be manifesting someone who's going to be matching your higher vibration, who's going to be matching your transformed vibration. So in a way, what you're going to be doing, your higher self is saying that what you're bringing in is going to be better than what you currently have. I hope that makes sense to you guys. A fiery climax approaches. So this is for you guys, pile number 3. If you are in your manifestation now, if you have it, if it's come through, it's going to come to an end. It's like you almost feel as if the universe is pulling the rug from underneath you. But they're doing this for a purpose. There's a deep transformation and a realization that you're going to have and the realization is that you can do better. That's what they're saying. That's the long and short of it, is that you can do better, that this current situation is not for you. Oh, I have more cards here. Yep, self-love, completion, adventure, synchronicity. There's adventure and a lot of movement. So we're into the phase of messages from your future self. Some of you may be looking to travel and spread your wings after this situation, after this transformation. It's as if you have a better trust and a faith in yourself that after this situation that you could handle anything. And I feel that a lot of you may be actually doing physical traveling, going to pastures new, different cultures, looking to expand your horizon. And they're saying that if you do it, don't do it with any set intention. You have the High Priestess. This is the thing. This is powerful. You have the High Priestess, which is realization. You have Ace of Cups. And then we have the Three of Wands. Notice we have the facing water once again with her surfboard. And surfboard is riding the wave. This is adventure. Right? Just taking life where it comes and where it goes. Not trying to pre-plan anything. Be free. Be a free spirit. It's what's coming through here. You know, follow your heart is another thing. It's tapping in. And what they're showing me as well, pile number 3, is that this situation is going to release a lot of barriers or walls that you built around your heart, that you built around the true you and what fills your cup up and what makes you happy. It's as if this situation going wrong that you've manifested is going to tune you in and help you reconnect and realign to what it is you really want and what it is that really makes you happy about the manifestation. And with the High Priestess, there's a lesson that you're learning from it. Let's take these cards actually. Yep, we have the High Priestess, we have 10 of Wands. Look, she's all packed, she's moving on. We have a lot of movement energy, you guys leaving something behind. This is messages from your future self now. You have wisdom and downloads from this situation. Your future self is wiser and is grateful for the lessons. You're packing up, you're moving on. We have 2 death card energies. Two death energies have come through here. What was I looking at before here? Yep, and then we have the Ace of Cups. What was that energy? Yep, and we had the Three of Wands. Yeah, we have Death card twice. The number 13 has come up for you guys twice. This is a huge, huge life phase, life lesson that you guys are learning. I don't think any other pile has had the number of major arcana transformation energies that you guys have had. This is huge. And you know, the thing is, I think this is even going to be the shortest reading because your future self and your higher self don't really have much to say. Yeah, there's a lot of just happiness coming through. Ten of Cups. There's a lot of happiness that's destined. It's just like a slight tick to get you back on the right path. Like I'm just showing, they're showing me a path here. Like Ace of Pentacles, there's something that's going to be offered. That's something that's, but it's going to be a waiting game though. Notice the roots with the waiting game. We have Ace. Ace represents 1. We have 2. So this is coming for you guys. This is already in your akashic records. It's already in your energy. It's already in your energy vibration. This is your future self talking. So this is coming. For many of you all, in terms of timing, I'm seeing between, we have 10, 2, between 2 to 3 months. Within 2 months, 2 to 3 months. And again, similar to pile number 1, I feel that the eclipse season is going to be a very potent time to bring about this shift as well. A lot of shenanigans is going to be happening over eclipse season. Solar and lunar eclipse, I'm telling you. But I'm seeing 2 to 3 months at least for this to happen. And interestingly enough, again, we have the roots here. So even though with the roots talks about underground, so it's communicating to me something that you're not seeing as yet. Is taking root, it's taking hold, and it's going to take time for you to realize it, to come through on the surface of what that transformation is going to be, what that realization is going to be. But one key thing that your future self is saying with this transformation is to throw caution to the wind and just surrender. Just surrender to your whims, surrender to adventure, surrender to not playing it safe. And again, we have another 10 below the deck. You guys are just walking away. I don't know what the situation is. We have 2 10s, both energies. You're packing up and you're walking away. Some of you is literally traveling. Some of you, that's another message that I had earlier, which I didn't communicate. You guys walking away, you're going to, a lot of people are going to be surprised by you walking away. A lot of people are actually, or you guys getting up and leaving a situation. A lot of people are going to feel betrayed by it. That's just a warning because they would not have seen it coming. So for you guys, they're reminding me, sorry, I need to correct something. So for you guys in terms of time, this is going to happen this year. It's going to start or be initiated within the lunar and solar eclipse. So during end of March, beginning of April. And so within the energies of the lunar solar eclipse could last for up to 6 months to the end of this year. So I'm seeing by this time to at least September, October, November time, I'm expecting it to be over by then. But yeah, for a lot of you guys, it could very well be a new job or something that really stretches you and provides you with a new opportunity to make money and find your tribe, your soul tribe, your spiritual tribe, and relationships as well. But with the 7 of Wands, it's just another warning. And with the 10 of Swords, it's going to catch a lot of people unawares, you walking away. And some people may not be happy. It would dent their ego. It may leave them with questions. But you guys are going to be protected by it because you all are going to be in your purpose. Okay, so don't even bother about that. But your future self just wants to warn you about it so you don't get thrown off when you have all these questions coming at you with all these wands. Why are you doing it? But where are you going? I thought you liked it. And when you find people approaching you in a funny way, that's when you see people's true nature. So notice the bubble that surrounds you. Really step into that purpose and let your purpose be your defense. Okay? Pile number 3, that's it from me. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in future readings. Bye for now.